Welcome to the presentations on RC phase shift oscillator using PJT. I am Deviki, Assistant Professor of Electronics and Communication Engineering, K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology. In these sessions, we will understand the principles, circuit, frequency formula and application of RC oscillator. An oscillator is an electronic circuit that generates a continuous sinusoidal signal without requiring any external input sources. Oscillators operate based on the positive feedback and must be satisfy the percussion criteria. There are different types of oscillators such as RC oscillator, LC oscillator and crystal oscillators. Among these RC oscillators is especially suitable for audio frequency applications ranging from 1 Hz to 1 MHz. Next we will see principles of operations. The RC phase shift oscillator works on the principles of combining phase shifts. It uses the three RC sections connected in series, each producing a phase shift of about 60 degrees. Together they provide the total of 180 degree phase shift. The amplifier, which is common emitter PJT stage, adds another 180 degree inversions. Thus the overall phase shift becomes 360 degree, which satisfies the percussion's phase conditions for oscillations. To maintain the oscillations, the amplifier must also provide the voltage gain of at least 29. In a circuit diagram, here we see the circuit diagram. In the PJT, common emitter configurations provide the required gain. The output from the transistor collector is passed to the three identical RC sections which from the feedback network. The feedback is then applied to the back to the base of the transistor. The coupling capacitors and bypass capacitors are used to ensure the correct the DC biasing while allowing the AC signal to pass. Is the frequency of oscillations. The frequency of oscillations for the circuits is determined by the various of resistance and capacitance used in the RC network. For three identical RC sections, the frequency is given by the oscillator frequency is it's equivalent to 1 by 2 by root 6 of RC. For example, if the selected R is 6.8 kilo ohms and the capacitor is 1 nanofarad, then the oscillator generates the frequency approximately is equal to 1 kilohertz. Thus, choose the appropriate R and C value. We can design the oscillators for any required frequency within the audio range. Percussion criteria. According to the percussion criteria, two conditions must be met for the sustained oscillator. First, the total phase shift around loop must be 360 degree or 0. The second, loop gain must be equal to greater than 1. In the RC oscillator, the RC feedback network provides an attenuation of approximately 1 by 29. Therefore, the amplifier must be provide the gain of at least 29 to satisfy the requirements. Let us look the characteristics of RC oscillators. It is primarily used in a audio frequency range between 1 Hz to 1 MHz. The output waveform is sine wave. The gain of the oscillators depends on the biasing of the transistor. To stabilize the amplitude and emitter resistance is often used either fully or partially bypassed. Next one is the application of RC oscillator. This oscillator has several practical applications. It is used for audio frequency generations. It's widely employed in a test instrumentations where a stable audio source required. It is also used in signal generations for televisions and radio circuit. Additionally, it finds use low frequency oscillator in the communication system. Next, we will discuss the advantage and disadvantages of RC oscillator. Some of the key advantages of RC oscillators are simple design and low cost. It does not require inductance, only the resistance and capacitance, which makes it compact and easy to build. It works well audio frequency, however, it also some disadvantages. It requires a relatively high gain and at least 29, leading to the higher power consumptions. It is not suitable for high frequency applications about 1 MHz. And finally, the output amplitude is not very stable compared to the other oscillator type. It's concluded that the RC phase shift oscillator is simple, low cost and reliable audio frequency oscillator. By combining the BJT amplifier with RC sections, it generates the sine wave output at a frequency determined by the RC values. Although it is limited to the low frequency applications, played an important role in the communication circuit is a test instruments and audio systems. These are the questions we have to answer for this to follow this video. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you once again.